Don't link, it's your boy Ink. Look up the part 2 of the version 2 of the boogie video. I am so sorry. So what's going on is we're uploading videos to YouTube. We're recording the tower, so the phone got too hot, and sadly it was a message of, dude, your phone is way too hot. So we were at the part where I was talking about how Francis was basically known for his skit. Me and Cappy talked about this yesterday. We were talking about niche content. It was a very niche content. People were coming in for the we were coming in for the whatchamacallit, for the specific content, right? And if you look at Kid Behind the Camera, Boogie, and McJuggernuggets, which are three that I talked about, they were all doing freak out content. Freak out content was their very core content. There was a whole genre. It was before the genre of prank, but people were there for that, right? So Boogie has to applaud him. He made it different. He did some traveling content, which you could say was good, you could say was bad, but it was different, right? He made some daily vlog, which was something we didn't see from Boogie, which was nice, right? And then it didn't work, so he constantly needed money. Now, what Boogie did was a mistake. See, he used a lot of the money that he had on it's complicated. So I don't know exactly know the order of these videos, right? But there's basically a three possibility. Either he start using Ozempic, which is a drug to lose weight. Michael Kid Behind the Camera was using Ozempic. Now Boogie has been really depressed lately. He's been really depressed for a while, and he thinks this depression has to do with his health. And his health is because he's fat. He's been fat for a while. But it comes into play. Yeah, it comes into play with a lot of things. See, we're gonna do the dark, sad life of Boogie. So about 2 years ago, Mike Plum came out with a documentary called The Dark Side Life of Boogie, where we're talking about how he was broke, how he needed some cash, how he didn't have any hope, how he couldn't find a job, how he was broke. There's also another Nail of the Coffin. We had Caleb Ammer. Mike Plum was his first documentary, so Boogie was actually pretty good. But even Mike Plum, little fun fact for you guys, did the documentary and had to take a break because he was depressed. That's how badly Boogie influenced him. Then we had Caleb Ammer, which is a financial audit YouTuber, really good, really talented, really fun, really entertaining. So basically what you're gonna do is gonna check out your monthly income. It's gonna tell you how you spend every month, and you're gonna help you out financially of how you can fix your shit, what you can do to fix your shit, where should you stop spending, what are you really spending, because it's easy to say, hey, I bought the DoorDash just today, but if I bought 30 DoorDash, it's not good. Boogie biggest thing was he spent $900 a month on DoorDash, which he was constantly begging money that he didn't have when he was using that money for DoorDash. He was using that money for Ozempic once again. Ozempic was, it's stupid because Ozempic was a drug that really helped Michael Kid Behind the Camera. Kid Behind the Camera has a better financial situation than Boogie, right? But Kid Behind the Camera, when you look at what he's eating junk food, and he's using Ozempic, so he's still losing the weight. So Boogie was like, you know what? That's a perfect dream. So he started doing that. The views were getting low, and Boogie found the one thing he could find. Also in the documentary, he was talking about how he was spending money to buy prostitutes. He was spending money to pay them, and it's like, okay, well, I don't mind helping you, Boogie, if you need help, but if you're gonna spend it on fast food that is killing you and on prostitute, then I'm not gonna help you, right? There's nothing wrong with prostitution, but is the way also he said it. He said, oh, I can fucking Arkansas a 10 or a LA 10, right? Which was a bullshit thing to say. It's very disgusting behavior. And then Boogie, in need of views, find out the one goal man that he has. He was having a girlfriend. Now, there's a lot of people that said she was too young. Desi was a girl that Boogie met about 2 years ago, a year and a half ago, 2 years ago, and she was 19. Now the problem is the problem is with Boogie, but the also problem is with Desi. Desi, she's a sweet girl. She's very gullible. She's very naive. She's always high, and people are saying like Boogie is getting advantage of the poor girl, right? Boogie, however, when he was talking about Desi, he would get more views, so he fell into the trap of DSP, which is hate baiting, which is basically say, oh, look how young my girlfriend is, look how pretty she is, I gotta pick her up from school. He was making jokes, right? And he was constantly hate baiting. So what happened was he started to have a dictator channel, which is saturated content. Saturated content was a Boogie dedicated to Boogie. There was also Kino Casino that I fucking love. I love Kino Casino. and they start making more view than him, because why would I watch Boogie to make fun of him when I can watch a channel that will do it for me, right? Keemstar, which is another player in this thing, came out with a show called Lol Call Live. Lol Call Live was people. Lol Call, what is the Lol Call? Lol Call is a content creator we like to watch because they're fun. We like to make fun of them. So there's a multiple. I follow Couple. I follow Nico Avocado. I follow Cobra GFS. I follow DSP. And there's this Wing, Boogie. There's Tommy C. Wingham's Redemption is, honestly, I'm impressed with him because he takes it on the chin. He takes the jokes on the chin. He's really mature about the fact that he's a lolcow. He's very accepting of the fact. Tommy C, I don't know him. Nobody gives a shit. And then there's Boogie, who Boogie's always want to feel like a victim. So then Keemstar, another sad part. Keemstar gave him a way out. Right? He was like, dude, I'll pay every single one of your bills. You just have to do the show. And the show was making fun of Boogie, and Boogie was like, fuck that, I don't want to make people to make fun of me. So Boogie constantly needed more money. About a month ago, we're clearly almost done, right? About a month ago, Boogie came out with a video called Shitcoin. And actually, I didn't know it was a shitcoin. It was being funny. It was doing a parody on Andrew Tate. And actually, you see the video, it was an entertaining video. I actually liked the video. But then you realize it's a shitcoin. It's a pump and dump. So the way Bitcoin works, the way internet money work, if you follow the specialists, they're gonna say it's very simple. The more people uses them, the more they're on the market, right? The better value they have. For example, if there's $1 million invested in that specific coin, right? The coin in itself, if you have 1% of the coin, it'll be 1% of a million. When Boogie bought them, they were $20. They had a worth of $20. 1% of $20 and 1% of $1 million is not the same thing. So Boogie was doing that, and people were mad at him because Boogie lost a lot of money in cryptocurrency. And like, dude, you know that what you're doing, you know it's a scam, and you know the damage, right? CoffeeZilla, shout out to CoffeeZilla, who takes a wonderful risk facing big YouTuber like Logan Paul, like Boogie2988, to expose them, right? Love that. And then what happened is Boogie saw that a lot of hate, and what he said was like, hey guys, I needed the money for cancer. No matter how much you hate Boogie, no matter how much you hate a content creator, if they need the money to treat cancer, you're not gonna be like, hey, fuck your cancer, right? You're gonna be like, okay, well, I understand that you have cancer. Let's do it. And then Destiny, right, told him, confronted him, said, hey Boogie, I have the proof that you don't have cancer. And then 3 days ago, Boogie admitted that he lied about having cancer. And that is the death of the career of Boogie. See? The problem with Boogie was he had multiple chances. The problem with Boogie, he had more chance than a lot of people, right? And he fucked it all up for hookers, for Ozempic, for greed. And the problem also with why Boogie was so hated, the problem with Boogie is responsible for his own demise, because Boogie is not a beloved character, but he is kind of loved in the community, and Boogie always was a fence sitter. He didn't take position, and he was always saying, hey, woe is me, I'm a victim, never willing to announce his trait. And my problem, why I'm making this video, again, I lied, okay? I'm sorry guys, I lied. I said it was because they want to talk about it. But fuck it. Fuck you, Boogie. My problem, the reason why I'm doing this video is because when faced with Destiny accusation, Boogie took a knife and threatened to self-harm. And I got a lot of friends who are in recovery of self-harm. I had suicidal thoughts in my past. I know people that have suicidal thoughts nowadays, today. In my close friend, I'm trying to help them, but it's a combat, it's a struggle. And Boogie, faced with a situation, it was like, I'm gonna end my life, and he would never end his life. It was just trying once again to get sympathy, and I find it disgusting. So you're basically lying about cancer, right? Which is fucked up. You're basically lying about hurting yourself, which is even more fucked up. And I cannot respect that. And there's behavior that we have to talk about. I did a video on Chris Tyson today, the friend of Mr. Beast. I did a video on Boogie, and see, what I found disgusting, and this is gonna be the end of the video. I don't want to take more of your time, but what I find disgusting, right? I'm a huge fan of DSP. I'm a huge fan of Cobra GFS. For me, Cobra GFS is funny. He's a descending of the troll. I fucking love Cobra GFS because again, he's a badass. Cobra, even though he has autism, even though he's a local, even though he's been trolled for years now, will never do what Boogie does. And Cobra GFS gets way more hate than Boogie. If you look at DSP, apart from begging, how hurtful is DSP? How hurtful is he? How much power does DSP have? DSP doesn't have the platform that Boogie have. DSP doesn't have the local podcast, right? He doesn't have that. So yes, he's gonna beg, but it's armless beg. It's like a person in a cage asking, "Hey, can you free me? Can you free me? Can you free me?" Right? And no matter what you do, no matter how much time you free me, you're gonna end up in that cage again. Boogie was giving a platform and used it for evil. Chris Hyson was giving a platform and used it for evil. See, and we're more open to attack Cobra. We're more open to attack DSP than Boogie. And to me, Boogie is, and that's the worst thing is. See, I have a my biggest problem with Boogie. Is again the self harm. Lying for cancer is one thing I don't approve of, but the faking the self harm to me is disgusting because it's a real problem. People are dying every single day to suicide. Right? If you're feeling those are suicide prevention line, by the way, it's just disgusting. It is just disgusting, and I can't respect that. My biggest problem with Boogie is you had everything to leave the career. You had everything. You made more money than a lot of people in the platform. You had everything that you ever needed in life. It was given to you. Yes, you worked hard, but it was given to you. You were a zero that became a hero, which is not a lot, which is something that a lot of people can say they did. And you ruined it all. Not by other people,